Hong Kong waters are often very polluted. The amount of container ships surrounding the coast, the many cars driving all hours of the day, the many beaches covered in litter, the Hong Kong waters are polluted and filthy. Although the city is very well developed, its pollution levels could be reduced.
We are going to inspect two drastically different areas in Hong Kong, the Peak and Repulse Bay Beach. Each have many tourists and groups there, and each of them have pollution. But which one has more? And of what kind? We expect the Peak to have less water pollution, as it is high up and full of greenery. It has many water sources streaming down it and into the sea.
We travelled to the Peak and took the Victoria Peak Trail to sample the water from a waterfall that can be found there. If you walk on a peak trail, you can see lots of petitions against a hotel being built.
Recently, it has been causing lots of problems. At the start of the project, the hotel's water waste was said to be taken away by truck, but then the management changed their mind and decided to tip it into the natural water system.
Many think this will be enough to corrupt the build of the site, but others don't. Now back to the main topic. Approaching the waterfall, you can see the water cascading down the rocks into pools at the bottom. This water would then seep into the cracks of the rock, feeding the plants in the undergrowth and further down the mountain.
After rainy days or storms, the waterfall is quite large, but on a day like today, it was not as big. We want to find out if this water is polluted or not. After we have compared the water between the Peak and Repulse Bay Beach, we can either prove or disapprove our hypothesis.
After we took some water samples, we interviewed people on their opinions about the water quality.
This is my first day here and it's absolutely amazing. It's so lush and green, warm and cool at the same time. Great. I come here every month or so to get some fresh air.
山頂大約係咪好唔好㗎？
山頂好唔好啊？
係。
幾好啊，空氣比較清新啦。
你有冇諗過嗰啲水質咧係清新或者係污染咗㗎？
有機會污染。
你中唔中意嚟？你中唔中意嚟個山頂？點解？
點解啊？如果可以唔係週末嚟，都幾清靜，都幾舒服。係咁逼人，可以行下，吸下新鮮空氣，睇大自然。
We took a sample of the water and then went back to our labs. We then tested it for the pH. We used a data logger to test the water, and we found that the water was very natural and clean, as it had a pH just under 7.
We then went to Repulse Bay Beach to find out if the pH of the water there was any different. When you first see the beaches of Hong Kong, you see clear, blue water.
But once you've gone closer to the water, it's a different story. Rubbish washes up on the beach, plastic bottles bobbing in the shallows, and murky patches floating around.
At the water's edge, we started to notice the water was a pinkish brown colour. Then, when we got even closer, we discovered lots of plastic bags and other rubbish floating around.
We then asked the public for their opinions if the water was polluted or not. Some said they thought the water was fine, but most people we asked stated that the water was at a terrible quality. One person even thought that it was unsafe to swim there. We took a sample of the water as we did at the Peak and took it back to the labs.
Back at the labs, we took a data logger and set up the test. As soon as we opened the bottle, a horrible smell of sulphur filled the room. We then tested the water and found that the pH was under 7 at 6.5.
In conclusion, we saw that our prediction was correct. The Repulse Bay beach water was more acidic than the water of the Peak waterfall, therefore making it more polluted. This could be because of many reasons, such as many tourists and visitors littering on the beach.
Overall, we think that the Hong Kong water quality could be improved drastically in public places such as the beach.